good luck to you. Now, Los Angeles bracing itself for further destruction with hurricane-force winds predicted today, which of course could whip up those fires and make them even worse. Well, Patsy Palmer, of course, has lived in Malibu with her husband and her 3 children for the last 11 years. She's in the UK right now, of course, because she's filming EastEnders, and she joins me now with her son, Fenton. You flew in just last night, Fenton?
I did,
yeah. How are things
very
over
quickly.
there?
It's a bit troubling, obviously, everything that's going on. I was a bit worried about the air quality.
Sure.
That was really something that was in my mind, so I just thought, I'm just going to go
come and see your mum.
Be with my mum and just
I don't blame
get away
you.
from it all. But my sister and brother and my dad are all over there still, so hopefully we can get them over here, but obviously we have to figure out the dogs as well.
Oh,
so.
yes, and that's terribly, terribly important.
Yeah.
Luckily, your house is still there, Patsy. It's there.
Yeah, it is.
But an awful lot of your neighbourhood has gone, hasn't it?
Well,
Friends,
before Christmas, we already had a fire.
That's right,
And our neighbour's house burned down one side and the other side, and we were like one of these things you see where it's just still standing. So we had the most grateful Christmas, didn't we? Just being in the house. Like, that you sort of think, oh, it's only stuff. But sort of knowing that it was saved and then seeing it all, I'm like, oh, I actually really love all my bits and pieces. And I know it's nothing compared to human life, but, like that, seeing that little boy take his stuff. For the kids, it's their whole world.
Of course.
So for me, I feel like it was really sad thinking for Bertie that, when you're like that age 14 and you just start hanging around and you're just allowed out a bit later at night and you experience all that stuff with your friends. And that was sad for me to think that has just all been taken away from them all. So, like, you'll see dropping them off and all the groups of kids, and we always say, oh, isn't it lovely, like, they get to hang out in these beautiful places and, it's sunny and the late nights, all of it. It's just magical and it's just taken away from them. And I think they've had that happen a lot in the past few years, the kids. So for the kids, it's very traumatising.
And you've got to be, you got evacuated, you've got to have, like our Ross King, he's got his bag at the front door with everything that's important that he needs.
And you do just take all your birth certificates, passports. You don't know what to take. You don't really take anything, that's the truth.
Yeah.
You just go, OK, we've got to go.
Yeah.
And it makes you realise what's important, doesn't it? Stuff isn't really that important.
No.
But you've built an amazing life there, Patsy. Fenton, you've got a career, you're modelling, you're doing all of these things, things that maybe,
He's not really modelling.
well, he should.
He's just finished university, actually.
Yeah. But you're doing a wee bit of that.
Really,
What is it you'd like to do? What's the dream that you'd like to do? Because over there, anything is possible.
Of course. I'd just like to have a fun time and have a great life, and we'll see. I just finished UCLA in September of last year,
Sweet.
Mum's not putting too much pressure on me to do anything right now, so might just have a nice, relaxing time.
Take your time. Take your time. Also, you said your sister and your dad and your brothers.
My sister's modelling a lot.
Yeah, and she's been volunteering
really well.
as well, hasn't she?
Yeah, all of her and her mates are getting together, and they get a lot of clothes and everything sent from them to all these different companies. So I think they're like helping as many people out as they can because they've lost everything. All of my best friends have lost their homes. It just is. It's really quite crazy. I've never lived through anything like this ever.
Yeah, in 2018, he was here when we went through it then. So he came over here.
Right.
So it's hard to imagine, but I think it's the most bizarre thing you'll ever go through because you drive out of the zone because you're evacuated, and obviously there the sun's shining all the time and everything looks really lovely. And you've got no electric or anything, so you can't really see what's going on the news.
Right, so when you were there, you've got no power. So
no,
you don't know.
Power.
You don't know what's happening. Well, you
Not
know
really.
that this horrible thing's happening, but you're not aware of the rest of the world and their reactions and.
People.
Gosh.
There's like this grocery store that's like really north of Malibu called Vintage, and they have a generator there, so it's been able to be up and running, and everyone just kind of flocks there because there's no service or gas or Wi-Fi. The things that people kind of take for granted every day. And so, everyone's really talking there, so you kind of get an idea of what's going on, but, Mum knew more than all of us, and she was informing us, really, whenever we could get a hold of her, of everything that's going on, and I was just kind of like, I've got to get out of here, right
I know.
now.
I don't blame you for leaving and for being here, because it is really frightening.
This is literally like We could cycle to this,
Seriously, gosh,
where all
look
these
at it.
houses have gone.
It's just all the houses are away, and just the neighbourhood. You know, the place where you, like you were saying, the grocery shops. I mean, that one's still standing, but
all the lovely little restaurants have gone that have been there for years.
Yeah, and that life that you've had. But you will go back. That it is
I
home,
will,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you've
we
been
will
at
go back.
university there.
Safe to go back.
You want to
But
build your
also
life
now
there.
we don't know like what's going to happen. You don't know in life. It's just another big lesson in life that is the same for all of us. Honestly, that you never really know what's going to happen. Like you never
of
really
course you
know.
don't.
In life, we just have to all be kind and.
I know. So you're not thinking about packing up and coming back to the UK permanently? Because
No.
that's where you're like, that's where all your friends are there, Fenton. All
Yeah.
your
They are, all
pals
my friends are
there.
there,
And
yeah.
like I say, you've made your life,
Yeah.
your brothers and sisters have made their life there too.
Yeah, I love being back in England, don't get me wrong. And I love having both. You know, I'm very grateful to have both.
It's good, huh?
Yeah,
it's
it's
good
great.
that you can just do that.
Yeah,
and
really good.
Your mum can
Very
come back,
blessed.
do EastEnders.
We're just very blessed,
way.
honestly.
Yeah, well,
You know, we can't, you know, I mean, I'm just happy to wake up in the morning. Be alive, you know, it's like...
Another day above the ground. It's fantastic.
I know, it's getting to that
I love
point.
your attitude, Patsy. It's great. And you've obviously passed it on to your kids as well, which is really good. Good luck with everything you do. Absolutely delightful to see you.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
good to
credit
see
to
you.
you.
Thanks
An
for
absolute
having us.
credit.
To hopefully, I don't know, and we're always on the, you know, anything we can do
It's all
to
right,
be
love.
help and encourage, because it's just a
I
sad
know.
time.
It
you
is
know?
a sad time. It really is. And I think it's awful for everyone.
It is.
It's absolutely horrendous. It's been dreadful. And hopefully things will settle down. That's all. Fingers crossed.